Everyone, just going to give you some instructions for the card class tonight using Four Season Floral cards, Memories and More cards, and also Flowers for Every Season papers. So the first two cards are really straightforward. I've basically given you one of the Four Season Floral cards. The envelope looks like that. You've got a white card, and then you've either got this card front on the right or this card front. Turn them over and you've got two alternatives on that side. So basically you use one of your own sentiment stamp sets. So there's an example of one, and then if I look, this is going to be the other side of that one. So you've got the choice of just a thank you there. That's from the Four Season Floral stamp set. And then that's the other side of that card, and I've just stamped the two flowers from the stamp set, and then I've just stamped a thank you. This one just stamped a happy birthday, and this one stamped a happy birthday and another set of the flowers from the Flowers for Every Four Season Floral stamp set, which is there. So that explains the first card. I just put a bit of Wink of Stella on the flowers here, and I have given you some gems in the kit, so you could just add a gem or two if you wanted to. So that's the first card, which is really straightforward. The second card, I've given you one of the Memories and More cards. So basically there are 10 cards in the pack, one of each of the new in colours, two of each of the new in colours. So for example, 2 Cinnamon Cider, 2 Misty Moonlight, 2 Magenta Madness, 2 Just Jade and 2 Bumblebee. And I've given you a Memories and More card, and I've given you 2 punched flowers. Okay, so what you do is, this one has the sentiment there. I've also given you some twine, and obviously I've given you the gems. Just decide which side of the Memories and More card you want to use and just stick it down, do your flowers. This centre of the flower was done by just taking the end of an eraser of a pencil and just dipping it, dabbing it on the ink pad, and then you dab it on the centre of the flower, and that makes the flower centre. So that's one with white twine. This one has got the sparkly blue and white twine. I don't think I've given anybody white flowers, but that's the Memories and More card with that one. You are going to have to find your own sentiment, so you'll have to do your own sentiment, for example, for one like this. This one has got the sentiment on it, so all you have to do is stick it down, put the gem on the twine, put the twine on before you stick it down. This one, I've just put a sentiment there, sending a little smile your way, and I've put the piece of twine there and 2 gems. And this one I've just stamped thanks in the centre. So again, pretty quick and easy, those ones. And now we come on to the 2 actual card kits. So the first one, which is this one, I have actually given you in the kit 4 6x6 pieces of the Flowers for Every Season Designer Series paper. So with this card, this is what I've given you. So I've given you the back for this. You're going to have to stamp your own sentiment on there, and then basically you take that piece is going to adhere there, and that's going to adhere on top. And if you want to, you can stamp a flower in the corner and you can put a sentiment there. Then this piece of Just Jade, which I've given you, is going to go on there. That piece is going to go on there, and then you have to cut out of your Designer Series paper 2 rectangles. So these rectangles are going to be 3 5/8 by 2 1/4. So if I just get my Stampin' Up trimmer, I can just show you that here. If I just put that up, if I just do first of all the 3 5/8, so that's just at 3 5/8. I would have it so the piece of paper is like that. Put the edge at 3 5/8 and trim, and then turn the piece that you've just cut around and put it on your trimmer at 2 1/4 to cut this piece, and then just cut the next piece as well at the 2 1/4, and you'll end up with 2 pieces. So what I would do, for example, with these 2 is I would put one like that and one like that. You can see this example. I've got one like that and one like that. I've got another example here of some of the Designer Series paper, one like that and one like that. These will have already been adhered, so you take, say, this one, and you put Tombow adhesive or double-sided tape on this half, basically. and then you stick that on there like that. First of all, you need to eyeball where you're going to stick them, and then you can put adhesive on this side here, but no further than the halfway point. If necessary, mark the halfway point with a pencil, and you're going to stick that down to here. So that, and then this is going to go on there, and then I would put this piece, once you've stamped on it, on dimensionals, and then you can just put a bow there. I've given you some little flowers in the kit as well, so I've just stuck 2 there. And so when you open the card, it's going to open up like that, and I've just stuck 2 more flowers actually in the card itself. Okay, so that's that card. If anybody's got any questions, then please ask me. I don't mind explaining. So that's that one. And then the next one, I'll just put that one away. You're going to have leftover strips from what you've just cut out of your paper. So I have given you actually, in your kit, I've given you this blue band and the thinner yellow band to go across the centre, so you can stick those 2 together. You stamp your sentiment on there, and that will go on dimensionals onto that. You can do that first if you like. This you can also stick down first to there. And this is the side that we're going to use to actually build up the strips on. Now I've given you 1 strip that will be slightly different from the Flowers for Every Season paper. I haven't actually got one here, but it'll be slightly different. I've given you one to start with. So your first strip, you're going to put glue on the back, and you're going to stick it like that. It doesn't have to be precise, as long as this corner is just up there and this one covers over the end there. And then your next one, and really you can choose how you're going to put it, you will stick, leaving a slight white space, but make sure that corner is free, so you can see that corner there. And then the next one, for example, you probably want a contrast now, so you probably do a yellow. I forgot to say that you need to cut 1 by 6 inch strips out of some of your pieces of leftover designer series paper. So that piece might go on like that, and then that piece might go on like that, probably. And then that piece would go on like that, so it comes out really different. And then you could cut off then some of these pieces overhanging the edge and use them to come back in. I'd probably have a strip like that there, and then you just take, to cover in a little corner, if I just give you an example, if I give that piece, put that piece there, you can see there's a little triangle left there. So take a piece that you've cut off and just put a tiny bit of glue there and just stick it on like that. I do recommend that you do this on a silicone mat, because the good thing about this is the glue won't stick firmly, and so you can just peel it off and trim it. So I do recommend you have a silicone mat underneath while you're doing this. So then obviously once you've covered your piece of cardstock, you cut and trim around the edge, and then you'll put your dark blue piece with your yellow piece like that. And then you'll put your background with your sentiment like that. And then I've given you 2 little flowers, and obviously you can use the gems that I've given you as well. So I hope that that explains to you and that you understand. If you've got any questions, please let me know. So enjoy making these cards. I will just show you a card I made with one of the stamps from the stamp set, that one there. And then I'll just show you quickly these little cards that I made as well. Very quick and easy with the stamp set. The Flowers for Every Season little stamp set, which is only £16. It's very, very cheap. Actually, it's less than that. It's £13. Amazing. It's only £13 for the stamp set. And the 2 little ink spots, Magenta Madness and Just Jade, are £5.50 to get 2 little ink spots. So these are the cards made with the very simple little flowers in the stamp set, which are absolutely gorgeous, and I love them. So this is the actual stamp set to show you, which is only £13. So I really hope you enjoy this class. Take care. Bye.